All right, what's going on, everybody? Cam here, and I've got another vitamin to review today, and of course, it's the one and only Centrum. Now, Centrum is a big company with a lot of money behind them, so they have a lot of different variations of the vitamins. I'm just going to focus on the main Centrum, not a different variation, okay? And this is actually the world's best-selling multivitamin, if you can believe that. It's hard for me to believe that, but on the other hand, like I said, they've got a lot of money behind them, so they can market like crazy. And here is the thing that I think people love and why it's so popular. 300 tablets. They tell you only need to take one a day. So this is going to last you almost a year. And the price is between $25 and $30. So that's 10 cents a pill, which translates to 10 cents per day. So almost anyone in the right mind says, okay, well, vitamins and minerals are good for me to take. I can justify spending 10 cents a day. So it became very, very popular. But I want to dive into the ingredients that they actually put into this vitamin. Is it worth it? Is 10 cents a day too much for a vitamin like this? Is it really helping me? So I'm going to go over and check out some of the ingredients. And this is the actual ingredient list. I'm going to come back to that later. But let's just look at the vitamin content here. And right away, you're going to notice they don't tell you the forms that any of these vitamins are coming in. That's a big giveaway for me and a bit of a red flag because I want to know what form this comes in. Let's look at B12 here. Is this methylcobalamin? Is it cyanocobalamin? We really don't know. What about calcium? What form is that coming in? The same with iron. Is that an organic form or is it inorganic? Is it chelated? Some are better than others, and they don't really tell us until we really dive deep and look at the actual ingredients that they put into the vitamin. And this is what I really wanted to focus this video on because I want to inform people. I don't just want to knock any given vitamin, but if you're spending money, you deserve to know what's in there and what it's doing to your body. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it kind of down the middle? Let's find out. So check this out. I'm going to close this, and this is CVS Pharmacy, so it's not Centrum's website, but CVS actually dives a little bit deeper, and they give the ingredient list, which I couldn't find on Centrum's website, but they're a retailer. So first thing, they give you the old here, non-GMO and gluten-free. Everyone loves reading that, but why would there be gluten in a vitamin anyways? But again, they're hot topics, so they use that for marketing. Then you read down, it says non-GMO applies to Centrum and Centrum Silver only. So all the other variations do have GMO products in there. That's a little bit concerning. But again, here's their marketing: nourish and revitalize your cells. I mean, who wouldn't love that when they read it? But let's go down to the actual ingredients. And whenever ingredients are listed on a bottle, on a product, on a food product, the ingredient that's listed first is what's in the highest quantity, and then the one listed last is the lowest quantity. So keep that in mind because that's very important for what we're going to look at. Calcium carbonate. I actually don't have a problem with calcium carbonate. They've done studies, and the absorption of different types of calcium are almost identical. It's surprising, but there have been studies that show that. Again, if you're healthy, you need to keep that in mind as well. Potassium chloride, this basic calcium phosphate, magnesium oxide. But then here we go. I've highlighted everything here that I think is important to take note of. Microcrystalline cellulose. So there's more cellulose in here than there is vitamin C. Then there is iron. Then there is vitamin E. All the other vitamins. There's more cellulose in this pill than those vitamins. But let's keep going. Maltodextrin. Sugar. This is pure sugar. It might be a longer chain, but it's sugar nonetheless. Why are they putting that in there? And why, again, is it so high on the list? Why do we have more maltodextrin than beta-carotene? Why do we have more maltodextrin than biotin, or this form of calcium, or vitamin D? Why is there more sugar than vitamin D in this pill? And we know that sugar lowers the immune system. So really, really hate seeing this. The next one, I actually had to look this up because this is like a preservative. Well, it says here, to preserve freshness, BHT. But check this out. I went to David Suzuki's site. So he's somewhat of a health expert, a natural expert. And check out what it says about BHT here, okay? I've highlighted here as well. Long-term exposure to high doses, so again, this might not be a high dose, but let's keep this in mind, of BHT is toxic in mice and rats, causing liver, thyroid, and kidney problems, and affecting lung function and blood coagulation. Wow. BHT can act as a tumor promoter in certain situations. Tumor promoter. Never even heard that word before, but you definitely don't want to promote tumors. Limited evidence suggests that high dose of BHT may mimic estrogen, another problem, the primary female sex hormone, and prevent expression of male sex hormones. So this might actually increase your estrogen and decrease your testosterone. I would never want to touch that, and they're putting it in your vitamin. So that is very scary, and this is all backed up by studies, of course. Use of BHA and BHT in cosmetics is unrestricted in Canada. That's concerning. But let's go back. So we know BHT is in there. We know there's more BHT than a lot of other vitamins. And we know that it can cause tumors, liver, kidney, lung problems, and also make an imbalance in your sex hormones, which is crucial to long-term health. But let's move on. They've got biotin, calcium. So I guess this is a version of B5, but it's derived from calcium. Okay, they have cholecalciferol, so at least their vitamin D is D3, which is the highly absorbable, better used form. Chromium picolinate, so that's a chelated version of chromium. Not a problem. Cornstarch. Why is there cornstarch in here? Why would there be cornstarch in here? What purpose would that serve? And again, there's more cornstarch than copper. There's more cornstarch than vitamin B12, than folic acid. There's more cornstarch than vitamins. It's unbelievable. The very next one, crospovidone, if that's even how you pronounce it. This is another one I needed to look up. Now, I didn't dive too deep into this to make this video too long, but a simple Google search of this, and look what it says here. After a quick Google search, so this person probably did what I did, I found out that crospovidone is basically a form of formaldehyde. By taking this pill, you're poisoning yourself. People have died from repeated crospovidone ingestion over long periods of time. That in itself is extremely scary. Here's one from Amazon warning, toxic, contains crospovidone. I can't believe they're including this. So another ingredient that they don't need. Why is that in there? Is it to make the pill break apart easier? Probably that's what it's used for. Some of these ingredients are that, so the pill disperses easier. But if you have a good digestive system and you're taking care of yourself, then that's not a problem anyways. Copper, cyanocobalamin. Like I've mentioned before, I always like methylcobalamin. I think it's a better version. Folic acid, gelatin. Why is that in there? And then again, hydrogenated palm oil. Why would they ever put hydrogenated oils in a vitamin, in a health supplement? Because we know hydrogenated oils are terrible for your health, for your heart, for your blood vessels. Absolutely awful. Magnesium stearate. So again, bad version. Magnesium sulfate, another bad version, or not as bioactive or available version of magnesium. Manganese sulfate. So manganese. Modified cornstarch. So first, they give you the cornstarch, then they give you the modified cornstarch. And again, there's more modified cornstarch than there's niacin. I can't believe it. Vitamin K, they've used a synthetic version. Same with all of their things are synthetic versions in this, so not natural sources, which is awful. Polyethylene glycol, polyvinyl alcohol. Both of these, why are they in here? And why is there more of it than there is potassium? It's crazy. But then here's a third. If you don't have enough cornstarch, here's a third version. Pre-gelatinized cornstarch. I mean, this is outrageous. So again, there's cornstarch. Where is it? Cornstarch. There's modified cornstarch. And now there's pre-gelatinized cornstarch. You didn't get enough. Let's add it in again and again. Here's pyridoxine, which is vitamin B6. So there's more cornstarch, modified cornstarch, and pre-gelatinized cornstarch than there is vitamin B6, vitamin B2, silicon. I mean, it's almost hard to believe. But let's keep going. There's talc in here. Can't understand why that would be in here. Titanium is in here. And then we go to the end. Yellow 6-lake food coloring, which is a petrochemical. Why do they need to color these? Why do you care what color the vitamin is? This is for my health, but it needs to be a pretty yellow color. This is disastrous to your health. They have almost just as many vitamins in here as they do additives. I mean, it's almost 50-50. Look how many things I've highlighted here. There's just as many additives as there is vitamins. Clear out all the garbage. Give us more of the vitamins. Make us healthier and do your job. So I can't say much about this other than is some better than none? This is always the conversation to be had. Isn't this better than taking nothing? I don't know. I don't want to say yes or no, because yes, you're putting some vitamins in your body, and that's usually a good thing. But they're synthetic, so you're not going to absorb them well. They're not going to reach the cells that they're supposed to reach. And then when the cell gets them, it says, hey, I don't recognize this. This isn't natural. What do I do with this? So it doesn't utilize them properly. And then again, look at all the additives they've added. So let's sum this up. I don't like Centrum. I don't think anyone should buy it. I think there's much, much better choices out there. And I think with the internet and with the amount of information out there now, we can all be informed enough to know that this isn't what's best for your body. So again, I would never recommend this. I look at these highlighted things. I look at the fact that BHT is in there. I look at the fact that they put this, crossprovidone in there. And I say, I wouldn't put that in my body. So why am I going to add it to a health product? So those are my thoughts on Centrum. I would never recommend this. It's the world's best-selling vitamin, and that is a real shame. But those are my thoughts on Centrum. Save your money, get something better, and do yourself a favor. Get healthy with something that's not filled with all these additives. Again, I can go on about this forever, but really disappointed to see this. I would not recommend it.